I'm your host, Donna Cates, and each week we'll dive into powerful stories, expert strategies, and practical tools to help you take charge of your financial future. Whether you're planning for retirement, navigating a divorce, or simply looking to build your wealth with confidence, this is your space to grow, learn, and thrive. Let's get started with today's podcast. Welcome, everyone. Donna Cates here, and I have the pleasure today to introduce you to Kaitlyn Talamante. And her business is called Lady Boss. And I'm so excited to talk to her. Number one, y'all that know me know that I am a woman-focused firm, woman-owned. I work primarily with women. So anytime I hear a name like that of a business, I'm just like, ooh, I got to know more about that. So Kaitlyn, thank you so much for being with us this morning. I'm very eager to talk to you about the work that you do. And if it's okay with you, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into some questions. I'm going to ask you first to just give us kind of like that 90-second overview of what it is you do and why you got into it.
Yes, of course. Donna, thank you so much for having me on. It's a pleasure. So as you mentioned, I work with Lady Boss. I am the director of operations. And it is truly my passion. I have had the opportunity to be in leadership for the last 10 to 15 years, but specifically with this company, the last 6. And I am extremely passionate about it because of our mission. And it's a huge mission, but the biggest chunk that stands out is we help women lose weight while loving themselves again. And that is a big struggle, especially in this day and age with women knowing the worthiness of themselves, the confidence that lives inside, the you that is wanting to get out. And I get to not only lead a team of amazing, mostly women as well, that are incredible, but also inspire our clients to push through and persevere and overcome the challenges that they might not think they can, but I know they definitely can.
And what do you do unique that keeps people inspired? I know just from personal experience, all the dieting, the yo-yo dieting, hey, I'm not good enough, or I did great for 2 or 3 weeks, but I fell off the wagon and now I got to start all over. Talk to me a little bit about how you motivate people and keep them on that path.
It is 120% about your state. And when it comes to weight loss, especially as women, we want instant results. We live in instant gratification, right? But the root is working on that state, being confident in the skin and the state you are now. And that's where we have a lot of struggle. So my big thing is focusing all about your state, no matter if you're in the beginning of your journey or down 75 pounds. Constantly pouring into that mindset so you can believe in yourself, know your worth, not let any of the negative influences from the outside impact the goals and mission that you want to be set on.
That's so empowering, I'm sure. So tell me, what is the biggest problem that you see in your industry and how are you working to solve that?
The biggest problem I see in our industry is, again, everyone wants a quick fix, and there's 1,000,001 fads out there, and there's 1,000,001 quick fixes, or this way works and this way it works. And with Lady Boss, we're really trying to nip it in the butt by making this sustainable. I don't know about you, but I have tried 1,000,001 diets in my lifetime, and I may have lost some weight, but then I either gained all of it back and more, or it just wasn't sustainable. 9 times out of 10, I gained back all the weight. And it was really defeating. You try and you fail and you try and you fail, and that's not a great feeling. And so with Lady Boss, it was really, how do we make this sustainable so it fits the lifestyle of your average woman? I am a mom of 2 boys, a wife, a career woman that works for maybe like 60 hours a week. Like, it's busy. And so how can I stay on track with my weight loss? And so utilizing the Lady Boss's principles, I've actually myself lost 75 pounds in the last 2 years, and I've kept it off.
Wow.
And it's sustainable. It has to be quick, easy, on the go for me. And I've been able to stick to it and make it my lifestyle, not just that fad.
Oh, I'm very intrigued to learn more about that. Tell me can you share with me something about the way your process and the work that you do is unique from everything else?
Mhm. Well, first off, I have a team of mainly women, in fact, all women at this point in time, who truly love what they do. And I think that is the core when it comes to a company. First off, is everyone has to believe in what you're doing, right? And that passion leaks over into our customers. And so the success of our customer not only fuels my team, but also continues to fuel our customers. So that is massive because accountability is a huge part in weight loss. That's where I struggled in the past. I used to be like an internal sufferer. Like, I've got this. I don't need any help or support. But
Mhm.
really, you need that exterior group that's going to build you up, hold you accountable, and push you to be better. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be your closest friends and family, unfortunately. Sometimes they're your biggest naysayers. And so that's one thing that I would say really sets us apart is when you step into the Lady Boss world and Lady Boss culture, not only do you get 1,000,001 tools and resources, you get this group of women, both internally with Lady Boss and just inside the community, that are here to support you and build you up.
Oh, how fabulous. And I think that's the thing is we as women, we typically do everything because we have to. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we
Yes,
feel like we don't need any help. Or even if we recognize that we need help, we might be afraid of asking for it. So
yes,
yeah, that you're providing us with the community and the support, and we don't really have to ask. We're just
correct.
there participating. That's awesome. So, where do you see this industry going over the next 5 to 10 years? We know weight loss is going to be here forever, but specifically the work that you're doing.
I think it's going to continue to take a deeper dive into mindset and your state, especially coming out of what we don't like to talk about of 2020. A lot of mental issues have come to light that used to be hidden for years and years. And really getting to the root cause of your weight loss and your confidence and your imposter syndrome and all of that, as I mentioned, is all your mindset. So while we are a weight loss company, we're here to not just impact you, but your family tree. And so fixing all, not necessarily fixing, but pulling out who you really are, building that belief, being able to be that wife, that mom, that sister, that coworker that shows up as her best self because she's got the energy. She feels good. She feels confident.
That is so exciting. And I have to tell you, as a financial professional working with primarily women, I find that the way I'm relating to what you're talking about is mindset. A lot of people do what they do with their money because of how they learned about money as a child. So they've got this automatically built in mindset around money, and it can be challenging for them to make those adjustments. So just
Mm-hmm.
training our mind and feeding it the positive energy and all is really
Mm-hmm.
helpful. And it sounds like that's what you guys are doing as well. So I would love to know, Kaitlyn, what is the biggest failure or challenge that you've personally faced to this point in your life, and how has it shaped the way you do business?
Mm. I'd say the biggest challenge is imposter syndrome because it's one that constantly is there. No matter how much growth I've had, I'm constantly having to battle. Like, should I really be on this call with you right now, Donna? Like, I don't know. And like, I do know that yes, I deserve to be here. Yes, I have information and goodness I want to share. But that imposter syndrome, I mean, she's a mean beast. And so that's been one of those battles that are 24/7 constant.
Well, and I can totally relate to that. It's the imposter syndrome. It literally just kind of sucks the wind out of you,
Mm-hmm.
even though we know intellectually that we deserve a space at the table or a seat at the table, right?
Yes, I actually I got off of a mastermind a few weeks back and I reached out to a coworker just to ask her a question and she's mentioned herself imposter syndrome. She's like, it is so weird, like talk about imposter syndrome. And I just like, whoa, wait a minute. You have imposter syndrome? Because I have imposter syndrome. And in a million years I would have never seen it from you. And it's just that light of like, you're not alone in it, but you do have a seat at that table.
Well, and if we can learn how to overcome the self-doubt, that's a big thing right there, because we always, I'm a creator. I have a ton of great ideas. I just don't have the time to put energy
Hmm.
behind everything, right? So I'm always jumping from one thing to the next, but then I go, oh my God, who am I to do this? Right?
You almost need that integrator person to help execute for you.
There you go. You're absolutely right. Okay, got another question for you. If you could have lunch with any person, living or deceased, who would that be and why?
So I always have a hard time with this question because I love history. And so there's some history people I would love to sit with. And of course, family that has passed, or even so many incredible people in this day and age. But I think right now in my life, I would love to have lunch with Marilyn Monroe. She was outside of the beauty standards of her time, and she still persevered and didn't let anyone stop her or tell her she wasn't good enough. And especially in her time in her industry, when women in general didn't have much of a say, I would love just to pick her brain and really get that insight.
Ooh, and I bet she would have a lot to share with you that would benefit not just you, but all of the people that you support, right? Oh,
Yes,
I love
exactly.
that.
Yes.
Wish I could make that happen for you.
Right.
Right. We just have to channel her energy. So
Exactly.
if people wanted to reach out to you and work with you, tell me what that would look like, how they would, get in contact with you.
Well, you can always go find me on Instagram. It's Kaitlyn Talamante. But a lot of my work is also done with Lady Boss. So ladyboss.com, Lady Boss on Instagram or Facebook would be the best ways to interact with us.
Now, do you work with individuals primarily, or are you working with groups of people?
We work with both.
Okay.
So currently, we've got the community, which is very group based. It can also be self paced if you're wanting to do some of our programs or supplements, but we are also working on some more one on one items as well.
Okay, that's fabulous. I hope today's conversation left you feeling inspired, informed, and ready to take the next step in your financial journey. Remember, building wealth isn't just about money, it's also about creating a life that aligns with your goals and values. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with the women in your life who deserve financial empowerment too. Until next time, stay confident, stay empowered, and keep building the life you desire.